Welcome back as we now move on to the energy budget vote. We spoke to the Minister, Ms. Dipuo Peters, earlier, and our opening question to the Minister was about the budget allocation to her department and also about the department's priorities for the 2012-2013 financial year.
The Department of Energy gets just a little bit above 6 billion, and the bulk of that money goes to the electrification program, which is called the Integrated National Electrification Program, which is to provide electricity for the rural communities as well as to those of our people in the informal settlements who don't have electricity. Part of the money, which is about 1.5 billion, goes to completing the new multi-product pipeline, which is to bring the refined products from the refineries up to and from the ports up to the central area where consumption is highest, which is Gauteng. And then the remaining amounts is the amount of money that we give to the entities that report to the Department of Energy. The bulk of the parts of the entities goes to NECSA. NECSA, you would know, it's the Nuclear Energy Commission of South Africa, which is doing research and innovation in the area of nuclear, especially in view of the fact that we want to expand our nuclear program.
We'll talk about the nuclear program in a while, Minister, but yesterday the Parliament's chairperson of Energy Portfolio Committee called on for more work to be done in transforming the energy sector. Are you making progress in that regard?
I would say we're making progress. In the next few weeks, we will be giving a report on the charter, which is the liquid fuels charter outcome in 10 years, how we have performed and the areas where there are challenges. So I think the chairperson is also speaking about issues related to making it possible that we bring in more players into the energy sector, especially in the electricity side, and that's why he was also speaking about the renewable energy IPP procurement. And you know, I've indicated that on Monday we'll be announcing the second window outcome, which is also a way of transforming the energy sector. But let me just clarify this. For distribution as well as for transmission, it is not an area that we are going to be giving to the private sector, because you would know that transmission is actually the way of evacuating power that brings it to industries, that brings it to our homes. So if it is in the private sector, it is going to be a bit of a challenge. So as we speak, we are not at the stage where we are not even considering transmission to be one of the areas to unbundle.
Tell us a bit about the renewable energy program. What should we expect during this financial year?
In this financial year, we are very excited because first window we got 28 bidders. Second window we will be announcing on Monday. The remaining megawatts, we will keep on opening up the windows. But we are also saying we are bringing in new approaches, like for example, the less than 5 megawatt developments, where you would have power plants in small communities, power plants in municipalities, power plants that would be generated probably like a rooftop system that they use in New York, where you use the whole town's rooftop as a power plant itself. So we're looking at different ways. We're also looking at cogeneration, paper, pulp, as well as sugar bagasse. We're also looking at the other technologies that, like the small hydros. We've got small rivers here in South Africa, which we can also use to generate electricity from, like we're doing with the Bethlehem Hydro scheme in the Free State. So it is quite a package of small initiatives that we are going to look into. But remember, Kokeli, we've got more than 16,000 megawatts, actually 17,800 megawatts from renewable energy. We are going to be keep on opening up windows to bring in more megawatts. And we are saying that this window that we are announcing on Monday is not the last window, because we need every year to bring in additional power that comes from renewable energy.
Minister, let's move quickly to the electrification and power connection in remote and rural areas. There it remains a concern. It remains a pie in the sky. Are you making any progress in getting those people connected?
I would want to differ with you because it's not a pie in the sky. We are connecting 150,000 units on the grid and 10,000 on the non-grid. Yes, if you are sitting without electricity, it looks very far out of your reach. But if you see others being connected, you will realize that it is also coming my way. We had now in March the integrated energy, national electrification program in Daba, where we had a massive participation by municipalities as well as other stakeholders that will be participants or stakeholders in the rollout of the electrification program. In fact, for your information, we always surpass our target. We say 150,000 per annum, but last year we achieved 180,000 connections. The area we're doing badly in is the area of non-grid, and we want to educate more of our people to understand that renewable energy and alternative energy like solar and wind can also power your house.
We'll talk about solar system in a moment, but winter is just around the corner and we're all concerned about tariff increases. Should we brace ourselves?
Brace ourselves for
tariff increases?
I would want to say to you that, like the Minister of Public Enterprises indicated, and I also indicated, we are entering the period which we call MYPPD3, which is the multi-year price determination. Eskom has made a request that we must look at it in terms of 5 years, which is a longer trajectory than the 3 years. We are actually now busy getting the systems ready for Eskom's application. And at the time that it will be done, we will be able to announce that. But we have listened to the president. The president said we must make it possible that we keep the electricity tariffs lower so that we can then encourage jobs, we can encourage economic growth, but also that our people can be connected, because it doesn't help for you to be connected and you cannot afford it.
Do you have any good news for motorists and especially rural people with regard to paraffin?
Yes, it's good news to know that in the next month we will be reducing the cost of petroleum products, which includes paraffin, with more than 50 cents. And I just want to say that we are saying that as South Africa, we need to engage on a campaign to educate our people on how this petroleum products prices are structured, so that they should realize that if the price goes up and the demand goes up, it means in the whole world we are also affected as South Africa. And the fact that we don't have our own resources is even contaminating or exacerbating the problem.
Copper theft and Izinyoka, the evil work of Izinyoka, is that under control?
I would say thanks to SAPS and the Minister of Police for having amended the Second Hand Goods Act, which makes it possible that whoever is caught with copper would be given a stiff penalty, because the reason was that it was treated as petty theft, and it actually did not it was not seen as sabotage of the economy, sabotage of socio-economic development in the country. So we're looking at it and we are very excited. Izinyoka, your days are numbered.
Minister, we are completely out of time, but this solar system, it's of great help to people, especially in disadvantaged communities. Shouldn't it be considered to extend financial assistance to those who can't afford it?
What we are doing now, the solar initiatives, we're talking also about how we're going to make it possible that our street lights, our traffic lights, our households use solar. And like I say, we're spending less on the non-grid, which includes solar. So we are encouraging our people to understand that the technology has improved. In fact, we have changed our way of sourcing the technology in a way that it will be able to make it possible. People were resisting it, saying you can't watch your TV with a solar system, but now you can watch your TV, you can connect and charge your cell phone, you can connect other small appliances. So we're looking at how the technology improve and bring that improved technology. Solar water heating, I would want to say, going forward, if anything, the solar systems must be procured locally, because we want to create jobs. We don't want to export our monies to other parts of the world where they are creating jobs and bringing sometimes low quality systems to us, and we're paying lots of money. Remember, 1 billion in our budget is for solar water heating, and we are very excited about it.
Are you considering extending financial assistance to those who can't afford?
These things are subsidized because you would know that just to install that home solar system is about 12,000, and we are using the very same scheme like the free basic electricity subsidy scheme to be able to connect. People don't pay to be connected to the grid. People don't pay to be connected to the home solar systems. So it is fiscal funded, it is funded by the taxpayers, it is funded by government.
And that was the Minister of Energy talking to us earlier about her spending plans for the 2012-2013 financial year.